I wish I'd have been around, you know, to help you, talk to you, whatever you needed with your problems.
Oh, Dad, you had your own problems to worry about. It's fine.
Well, I know it must be difficult, especially now that the truth came out about the car bombing, Johnny's car bombing. Wait. The fact that, you know, I don't feel good about putting you in a position to have to lie to your sister.
Well, it all worked out. I'm glad she forgave you, and the charges were dropped, so it's all good.
I'd be in jail right now waiting trial if it wasn't for Claire. She found a loophole that got the evidence against me thrown out.
The things look pretty serious between you two for her to stick her neck out like that.
Well, she's amazing, you know. I mean, but I did what I had to do and break things off with her because it was costing her too much to be with me.
You sure it's a good idea? And breaking up with her never hurts to have a prosecutor willing to do you a favor.
Well, you know what? She's done me so many favors already. All she's getting is flack for it. So that's why I had to end things.
How'd she take it?
She was all right, you know. She wants me to be happy. And she thinks I can be with Brenda.
Look, every time I look at Dante, I have to think about the fact that I shot and killed Alexander, and I don't want to think about that. I just don't want to have to think about that.
I understand, but Jax is the one who got Dante assigned, not me.
Perfect. Then I'll just call Jax and tell him to get Dante reassigned.
Please, don't call Jax. It's only going to set Carly off.
Oh, my God. If Carly is insecure in her marriage, that is not my problem. Jax and I are friends.
You guys were a lot more than friends at some point.
Yeah, no kidding. What's your point?
If you don't want Carly flipping out, just don't provoke her.
Okay, let me be really clear about something. I don't provoke Carly, all right? I'm going to ask you for the last time. Please get Dante reassigned.
Okay, I'll look into it. But even if I can, he's still going to be around.
Oh, wow, you're just full of words of wisdom today, right? So basically you're telling me that I need to just accept this and that you're actually not going to do anything about it? Because I'm sure you are not going to be surprised to know that that's not okay with me.
Where are you going?
I'm going out.
Be careful.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine. I just miss my little girl.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Wow, that is an incredibly beautiful fish.
Or puppy.
Clearly, that's a puppy, a beautiful puppy.
It's a puppy. And you know, Patrick is dead set on Emma being a jock, but I think fine art. I mean, after seeing this, people would pay big bucks for that.
You are a good mommy. Guess what? I brought you a gift. See, I'm not self-absorbed. I brought you a gift. And it wasn't easy either. I had to smuggle it past that drill sergeant at the front desk.
Oh, yeah, that would be epiphany.
Good to know.
What? Cookies!
I found them at this really good bakery, actually. Yeah, Sycamore.
Oh, Gracie's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Emma and I get our cupcakes. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I've already eaten 5 of them. They're not as good as Ruby's. What did Ruby used to put in those cookies when we were kids?
Do you remember when I made Stone sing for the very last cookie? Really, he would have done anything for that thing.
He would have done anything to make you smile. See, that's one of the problems. Do you think you'd ever see Sonny up on a table singing a little Streisand for me? Well, never do that.
Sonny was too cool to sing in public. So were you. You were cool.
I was cool. You thought I was cool?
Yes.
That's because you were young.
Well, you weren't that much older than me.
Well, now looking back, I realize I may not have been that much older than you, but you know, I used to like to fancy myself much older than you. So that I could be grown up enough to move in with Sonny. No, I really did think we were going to be together forever.
I am here out of concern for your son.
Is Dante all right?
Dante has just gotten to a place where he can finally look you in the eye and see that his father is a decent, caring human being and not this murdering mobster that he grew up imagining, Sonny. I don't want to see that go all to hell, okay?
Okay, first of all, it was attempted murder. Both charges were dropped. So why you worry that Dante and I are going to have some kind of falling
Dante,
up?
he told me that you were going to be allowed to see Michael again.
Right.
Okay, he also told me that he thinks it would be better for Michael if you would just stay away.
He told me to say again.
Well, but you got no intention of listening to him, do you?
We're talking about my son here.
Well, Dante is your son, too. Okay? And he has got every reason to be concerned. Sonny, I'm sorry to say this to you, but how many times is Michael going to have to pay for your poor choices? Or for standing in the wrong place at the wrong time when your enemies started shooting, okay? You know the dangers. Dante is just trying to keep Michael from any more suffering.
I understand where Dante's coming from, but I cannot turn my back on my son.
I'm not asking you to turn your back.
Then what are you asking me to do?
I'm asking you to use your head. Okay? I mean, Michael, if he gets involved in anything illegal, if his life gets put in jeopardy, God forbid, Sonny, anything actually ever happened to that kid, Dante would never forgive you, and he'd never forgive himself. That would be it, the end of your relationship together, game over.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want.
I know. But the road to hell is paved with good intentions, Sonny. Okay, so I'm just saying, be smart. Okay, I don't want to see you lose both your sons. What is this? When did you start reading fashion magazines?
Here, I don't want to wallow in memories.
No, please. Please, let's wallow. It keeps my mind off wanting to strangle Lisa.
Is that girl still causing me problems?
Yes, she wants to make my life miserable. But you know what, for the time being, I actually don't want to talk about her, and I don't want to think about that. I would rather think about you getting an entire department store worth of clothing and dumping it on Sonny's doorstep.
Oh my gosh. That is so cute. I remember that. I remember the beautiful look of panic that came across his face when he saw the closet.
So bad.
So, does my cousin Connie know that you prefer the competition? Of course, you always did, even back in high school. You were never satisfied with the one you were with. You're always looking for something better.
Not better, just a bigger challenge. That's kind of what I live for, you know. But even back then, it seems like I could never make a relationship work from day to day.
Wait, Sonny, don't do that. No, you made it work with Carly pretty good for a while, right?
Yeah, we had kids, and we used to go back and forth because of the kids, probably a little bit too much than we should have.
Come on, you loved Carly.
Loved her very much. Loved a lot of women. Brenda was my first. If you don't count high school, you know.
No, we were too young to know what love really was. I know.
Brenda was, you know, not much older than that, and I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her.
So what happened?
Well, you know, we'd fight, make up, fight, make up. At times it was ugly, but when it was good, it was good.